Okay, now, you've had content warnings, you've had your memory refreshed. This, as Wendy's request, is no talk, only stab.
We're pretty sure this won't take long.
Yeah, exactly. So, the narrator, we ignore him. The princess, we no say nothing. We just stab and see what we can do. No stab, no talk, only stab.
You're on a path in the woods.
Are we?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
A very likely story. How's the volume? Do you need a bit more from the game there? Oh, Jordan, this is your first time seeing this. Go find the VODs of my first playthrough and how I rules lawyered the narrator and how well that went.
She straight up fucking cross-examined
him.
It was great. I think there was at least one, I put it to you.
So, there are lots of options available. Because Jordan is new to this, I will explain to him. Any option listed as explore means you've not made a selection at this point, you are gathering background information. Other options without the explore option are you making a decision. So I will read these all aloud for everyone who may be listening in on the stream but not looking. So explore, the end of the world, what are you talking about? Explore, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
Given that you have a cough and I don't, would you like me to tag in?
Would you like to read the explore options?
Explore, killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
So, and then here's the choices we can make. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet! I've always wanted to offer me a monarch.
Vive la revolution!
Silently continue to the cabin or turn around and leave. Since this is Wendy's no talk only stab playthrough, we silently continue to the cabin.
Time. Excellent.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Really?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Cool, thanks, Johnny.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
2 narrators. Yep. Voice of the hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Our mic is picking up the game audio. I'm not sure how that could be possible.
Headphones are in.
Alright, give me a second to pause. Hang on. I've got headphones in, so that should not be happening. No.
Did we inadvertently download the Twitch is an asshole patch or something?
No? Keep going. I'm wondering if they're talking about... I think the soundtrack may be echoing. Okay, interesting. We're not getting any echo on our end for sure. We're going to proceed. Oh, do we have many options here?
No, you have one.
Our option is to proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine
Genuinely
blade.
do not. Very weird.
It's very strange.
It is indeed.
That is indeed Mr. Sims. Jordan. I have no idea what may be causing that. Because... only the voice. Johnny's... Johnny, why are you being a pain? It doesn't appear to be any sort of... What? let me check if there's any, like, spray audio sources. Not that I can see. Johnny's, well, I mean, Johnny is
Just,
cursed, so,
you know.
maybe it's just that. Who knows? Let's try this again.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So, our options are, we can go directly into the basement, or we can take the blade and go into the basement. Given that we want to, Wendy's dictation is stab, we have to take the blade.
You
Stabination.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Still having that echo. I wonder if Johnny's cursed. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it. Hang on a second. Let me try something. I don't think there's anything I can do about it,
And
everybody.
the only thing I can think of is turn the audio off for us. And
Okay. I think we'll just let it go. So we've got the knife. Now we go into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
It does make it slightly smooth.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I'm being very silent about my views on the narrator today. Okay. No talk! Only stab!
Good. You're still listening to us.
I don't like it when the narrator praises us. Makes me suspicious.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
It's not an option. Yet.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No talk. Only stab!
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
She is sus! She does not like us!
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Hmm?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Ma'am, I have a chat full of people who are very
I have a chat
eager
full
to
of-
grovel
of-
at your feet. You're promising them a good time here.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
Well, I don't think she is either.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
No talk, only stab. Okay.
okay,
All right, Wendy, here we go. No talk, only stab.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Also, we need a manicure.
badly.
Oh,
She is not thrilled with us.
this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
Right? We have so many theories about who we are and why our arm looks like that. You'll notice now that The mouse cursor with its talon? Yeah.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Ruh-roh.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
That's not a good facial expression.
Yeah, that is. I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Perhaps I don't lack the strength after all.
Yes.
Oh,
Even
boy.
as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Right, Ozzy? You cannot kill her in a way that matters.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Okay, we have to make a choice here. We don't get it.
Okay.
Of course, she's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy.
I mean, if we wanted to stay true to no talk, only stab, of course she's dead.
I think if we're gonna say no talk, only stab, yeah, of course she's dead.
Nuance is not present in this playthrough.
No, this is not a nuanced playthrough.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
The end. Ta-da!
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
You hear the sound of beeping as the cement truck backs up. Look at, there's a little bit of a gap around that door now, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
As you just stabbed a lady in the chest, my guy.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
And go where? Okay, leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Yeah.
And
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Oh, beans.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space.
Space. I'm in space. Space.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good.
Son of a mother.
Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I.e., I have no need of you as a narrative conceit. Huh. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. I kind of think like, oh, okay. Seems like no talk, only stab.
So glad you're keeping an open mind.
I hate the narrator so much.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Jordan, this game is such your aesthetic. He's like, the narrator talks like I tweet.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
No explore options. Okay, Wendy. Are we just passing into blissful ignorance, or are we gonna try and fight this? I think Wendy, no talk. No talk, I stab. I'm done now.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
It's just becoming a game of creeks and crawdads.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Why?
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
Oh, such a smug voice. He sounds so smug when he says that.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Mm-hmm. Good ending! You did it! You saved everyone! Yay! Mm-hmm. That's literally the ending!
Yep.
Whoa! Okay. I kind of feel like we have to do one more playthrough so
I
I can
think we do
show
too.
Jordan the true nature of the game. Right? Alright, let's do this again. Come on. Wonderful, wonderful people. This is a great game. Right, let's play again. I will
You're
not
on a
fight with the
path
narrator.
in the woods. And
Now,
at the end of
now
that
do one where
path
you explore and
is
try
a
to save her.
cabin.
We'll be here forever,
And in
Jordan.
the bed
We've
you're
done
here to
a lot
slay
of this
her.
before.
If
How
you
many
don't,
endings have you got
it
according
will
to
be
your
the end of the world.
Let's find out.
Steam achievements. Achieve Steams.
I think we've got like 7 or 8. Stop it. I love you. Stop it. I have to look them up. Alright. But we have to do the explore options, don't we? How about the screw the monarchy playthrough? I.e., we actually communicate a little bit more? I'm ignoring you.
Yeah, you should. That was one too far.
Okay, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva the
That's the
revolution.
spirit.
There we go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Just a note,
You'll find
folks
the
who've not
princess within.
played through this or have not seen us play through this before, do check out the
Yeah,
VODs.
do check the
There's a
VODs.
lot
We've played
of
this
this.
game a bunch,
A warning
and there are a lot of different
Before you go any
playthroughs.
further, she will lie. We're not going to go through. Ignore
Blah,
him.
blah, blah, blah. Going to the cabin, gonna slay princess. But this
Going
time I'm
to the
gonna tell
cabin
her.
in a non-copyright infringing tune.
The interior of the cabin is on the blade.
For example, the interior of the cabin does not always look like this.
You take
Bunch of things. Alright. Same
the
setup?
door to the basement.
Yep.
Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yes, mommy.
Yes, Mom.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Sorry, that must have really disappointed you in your chair with your monitor hundreds
You
of
walk
miles
down
away.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the concept of radical honesty. Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Oh, I get one choice. Either drop the blade or let's drop it.
Let's drop it. She seems nice.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
I love his like
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step
He
forward to
sounds
speak
so
with the princess.
Against your
I
better
just love
judgment.
it.
Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay. So lots of explore options. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're going to end the world. There's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? And okay, we've talked enough.
I'm gonna flirt.
Flirt?
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
So you're saying there's a chance?
You know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I mean, hush.
No.
Lie? No. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it, is it entirely different. You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Does she not know?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. But I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Oh, I will... When I get the full game, we're doing rules lawyer mode. First time through, for sure.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
She uses the word allegedly! The defense rests!
I love you so much.
Deflect. What are you doing? What are you going to do if I let you out? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
The last playthrough, you sapphire and steal this.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
No, who's them?
Still have a few more questions? Your momness?
Yes. More
Fine.
questions.
What do you want to know?
Okay. See, she's just like not interested. How would I even get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm not talking to you, Tori.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Really don't like that look.
Right? It's
Her sharp
uncomfortable.
eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the problem, Urban Hermit.
It's Rogan.
Oh, hi, Rogan. That's the problem. You gotta pick who to trust. Or if whether or not you trust anybody at all. Because there's an awful lot of people talking.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so how long have you been down here?
Too long.
Thank you.
Note
Tremendously
the lack
helpful.
of detail. You can't trust her.
Because you... I'm sorry. Shut up, Marguerite. This is not the rules lawyer playthrough. You have a name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Alright, Bubba it is.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Yeah, Neppy, we don't know why, but there seems to be some kind of echo effect going on with the game right now. Alright, we talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
Ma'am, again I repeat, this chat is full of people who want you to step on them. Watch the vocabulary, please.
You know why you're here.
I know why you said I'm here. Okay, so, slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. I'm gonna keep you locked away for a bit. You kind of have to make a decision.
I mean, we tried to slay her last time, and we got sapphire and steeled. So,
Shall we slay her again?
honestly think that's going to have a different effect.
I'm not talking to you, Tori. Jordan, there's a lot. You're picking up on all the right things here. Alright, what are we thinking? Are we gonna slay her, or are we gonna get out of here? Starve her to death? That's one option. Is just keep her locked away. Shall we just keep her locked away? What do we want, people? Everybody's wiggling.
Let's save her.
Okay, let's save her. Fine, let's get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
I don't do anything
Go
to piss
pollute
off
a
the
river.
narrator.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Hey, Neppy, it's quite a short game.
And it's
so
cyclical.
far, and it's cyclical. Right now, this is the second big scene.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Basically, you do this situation over and over, with different iterations each time.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
That be you?
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Why not? They do in video games and movies. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go check upstairs, see if there's a key, and if not, maybe I can find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Who's locking the door? That's what I want to know. Narrative power.
Is someone else here?
Right.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You can't make me.
You try the door. It is locked from the outside.
Wait, break off the door handle and use that?
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task
Being
is
a
I
done.
just won't leave, dude.
Fine.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
I know, right, Jordan? I'm like, I can think of a million other things to try.
Easier for whom?
Thank you, voice of the hero.
Easier for everyone.
I don't believe you.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The
Hey,
knife.
Catherine.
Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Ugh.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna remind everybody there
Incoming
are
gore.
content warnings for this game. And she's used the words cut me out of here. So everybody's prepared. Save the princess or slay the princess. So we're trying to save.
Cut the flesh, the flesh.
Against your better judgment,
You're welcome,
you
Jordan.
place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Your big old dopey eyes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone. She pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Interesting that they call it a gauntlet.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Also, please note our cursor icon. It now has blood on it.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Interesting use of the singular I had not noticed previously. I mean, it could be a turn of phrase, meets your eye, as opposed to meet your eyes.
Or
but-
we could be Scott Summers.
Sure, yeah, that's exactly what we are.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Right? Her appearance keeps shifting, and look at how the narrator is now in the first person.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey now! Now you're backseat GMing me! Also, observe again. Feathered arm. Looks like hard scrappy
Also,
patches.
Her Highness
nasty
does not
nails.
skip back day.
Right?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No. See?
Warn her.
Look. All these options. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. But if you scroll down, there's warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Every time the font on her name, on her dialogue
Goes
changes,
murdery.
it's like, ah!
The giant peasant.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Because I warned her.
Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Another resist. We go.
The blade. Move the blade.
Yeah. She does. Look at how much bigger her eyes are. She's going Disney princess.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
I also love that she isn't even breathing hard.
Yeah.
I'll make this quick.
Thanks.
Yay. And I love how the tiara is more detailed now, too.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
The narrator's pissed off about it. Is that a reflection in her? Ooh, good observation.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Looks sad.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Actually, yeah.
It pissed you off, so it was a fun way to spend some time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Notice the background. Listen to the music change.
Darker, isn't it?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Heard that before.
Just a couple so far, Rosie.
Okay, that's the one I'm going with. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
No, it's Abby Howard.
It's by Abby Howard. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Right?
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Do we have the skeptic in the Dramatis?
Was it the skeptic?
Yes.
Jesus, there's a lot.
Right. So so far we've met voice of the
One,
hero,
two,
voice of the meek, voice of the contrarian, voice of the skeptic, voice of the broken, the doubting, the obsessed, and the cold. Oh, they are so good at narrative design, Jordan. You gotta get your hands on a copy of this and play it extensively because,
Jordan,
like I
also-
said, there's like 14 different endings just from this demo.
Also, Jordan, they have like Tabby have a Medium account, and they do really stat-heavy deep dives into how they build stuff.
And like what choices people make and how they tweak things and stuff. I haven't met your favorite voice yet. Oh, okay.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at
Well, you
large?
haven't presented any evidence of that now, have you? Just have your word for it. You've been lying to me this whole entire time. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, that all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Gosh, really? Thanks.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
A likely excuse.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Right? The early demo for Slay the Princess came out between chapters 2 and 3?
Yes.
Or 3 and 4 of...
Between 3 and 4.
Of, Scarlet Hollow, which will have 7 chapters.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason.
Sure it was.
Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Gaslighting me. I'm a professional, yeah.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yes, go ahead.
He's buying into the fact this is cycling.
Hey,
Or
what do you
that's
mean?
the mask's
Of
level.
course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Right?
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I mean, he makes a good point. The most important question you have to answer whenever you find yourself in a time travel situation is, what movie is your situation analogous to? Right? Are you like Sliders? Are you Groundhog Day? Are you the day the Earth, not the day the Earth stood still, ones where you actually go back in time? Butterfly effect? It's important to nail down these parameters.
I love how he says scenario.
Right?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think
that was the
princess,
previous playthrough.
left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything,
Hey, yeah,
just
sit
like I
down,
told
George.
you she
Hey,
would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another
at
soul.
least somebody's trying to find facts with me.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
I like that phrasing, inevitable threat to the world. I'm like, because that has the ring of like self-fulfilling prophecy, which means you can do clever things like technical solutions and find ways out. You know,
Also,
you can pull the shepherd thing of I find a third option.
Have we
You're
entertained
talking in circles.
we entertained the possibility yet that the narrator is us? That the narrator is not in an external location, it's just the first voice we hear, who is
No,
also
I'm
us.
talking in facts.
Don't know yet. The other thing I'm very fascinated, I want to know in the full playthrough, of course, everybody, this is a demo, is I want to know if more and more and more and more and more voices join you, right? As you go through
How does it
more
scale?
turns of event, how does it scale? How does more importantly, how does it stack? Let's talk about this princess. All right, let's
Just
talk
be
about this
quick
princess.
about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Or
Yeah.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't buy any of that.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that,
Not
right?
to be-
The skeptic is my favorite. What can I say?
What proof could you possibly ask
literally
for?
anything.
Literally anything.
Alistair will be playing the part of the hero this evening.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Fine.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Very Pratchett vibes, yep.
And Jordan, we haven't done Disco Elysium on stream, but I am playing it. You're right, it's very similar.
Within,
The princess
you find
will
a
end the
note in
world
your
if you don't
handwriting.
stop her. This is
It
an
reads,
immutable truth.
"The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Okay, but don't stop her and don't slay her are two radically different solutions and requirements, are they not? Stopping could be, I'm sorry, she had too many orgasms, she's exhausted, we're not gonna slay the world today. That's
That
a very
took a turn.
different solution from
Fucking hell.
he's gonna stab her. Come on! The problem is, now you don't even know if this is accurate or not.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Okay, stop focusing on the handwriting. That's not the important point here.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Okay, but what are the rules? And one of the rules is obviously not the fact that you can, jump in our body and make us work. These are for you. We don't have an emoji for you. Hey, I'm just giving the chat what it wants. Its minds are filthy. There we go. Okay.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
I'm siding with the skeptic right now.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I love that you're the voice of the hater. Okay,
People locked her in that basement.
Really?
And I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
go back and watch the VOD of the one where we just don't play ball and we turn around and leave.
It takes a turn.
Right, Jordan? Don't tell me. You're being cagey. What aren't you
I've
telling
told
me?
you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
No, not as far as I can throw you. Why do I have to do this?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Sure, Yogi.
Sure, gas-keeping gate boss.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
That sounds like something you would say. Oh.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Oh, Lord.
Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here.
I don't
But
believe
we're all
that.
in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
It's certainly implied we're the only person left.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Is it, though?
Yeah, right? Fine, we're going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, good point, Rebecca. They do a very good job of...
This script is polished.
Oh, it is so polished. And of weaving in the narrative threads in a way that dialogue gets recycled without it feeling cheesy.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Jordan, we're currently playing the game with some of the animation off because it can be quite bandwidth heavy. If you get your hands on a copy, which I strongly recommend, turn it on and play it for a solo experience. There's a little bit more.
Yes,
With
yes,
her
don't
pulling
believe a
up
word she says.
Yeah, I know.
Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the
That
princess.
clown is asking pertinent questions which you are not responding to, I will have you know.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
Hold on.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror, take the blade, or enter the basement.
I want to try approaching the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I love this because it's clear that the narrator can't interact with whatever the mirror is or represents. And so the question becomes, what is the mirror and what outside force is it from? And I have so many questions.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Citizen Sleeper is on my list of games
I think
to play.
we have it.
It's the one I didn't buy because I bought Lake.
I think we have it for the Switch.
Fine, we'll take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
You keep saying those two things like they're codependent. I don't think they are. Right? That's what... It's very ambiguous whether he's lying or whether he just doesn't have the same experience and visuals that we do.
Good idea.
Both.
Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Okay.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
I love that you're talking internally to all your voices and you're not talking to the narrator at all.
Thanks for
Have a
stopping
good
by,
one,
Sean.
We're gonna wrap up here pretty quick.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was. Bergen. It was.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Who lit the torches? I'm sorry, my number one pet peeve with dungeon building. Who lit all these torches? Who's refilling them? There's no
lit the
smoke
torches?
rings on the walls. Who's cleaning up this place?
The animation new.
Yes, I do believe it is. And, yes, absolutely. This is a different cabin.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Love that There's still the one broken one. I have a theory. My theory is that that's us. I think if we ever see our other hands,
It's missing.
it's got a cuff.
Yeah.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I think last time it was just the one that she was chained by and the empty one. And now there's the 3 that are chaining her, but the empty one is still there.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Hmm?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The 2 of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Look at her crown strained as well. It's all like
chains.
ironwork and stuff. Oh, I love this game! I love this game. And that's the end of the demo for this ending.